Hello, hi. My name is Erica LaShawn. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. Today is 12. No, it's not. It is 7/30/23. It's July 30th, 2023. It's 10:03 p.m. So today I wanted to I learned something new every day. That's President Barack Obama said that one time. I heard him say that. He said, "I make a mistake every day." And excuse the noise. I have to keep the windows open. Yeah. So after for real though, like really, sometimes like the motorcycles. Okay. Now it's a car alarm. Okay. So now this topic came up. Still no Mucinex. Can I go to Walgreens anytime soon? Okay, so my unit mate Cherise, hey, we were talking about this. This came up today at work. It was a topic. We like to pass the time, get our work done. We talk about celebrity news, gossip, current events, world events, things of that nature. It's just we just have to get through it. We need to get through our tour. So my unit mate brought up. All right, I really did know. I'm putting the dots together. Lake Lanier. I've never heard of Lake Lanier. Lanier. And I'm a mosey right on into this. Lake Lanier. So I went to Wikipedia now. Now Lake Lanier, in parentheses, officially Lake Sidney Lanier, is a reservoir in the northern portion of the U.S. state of Georgia. It was created by the completion of Buford, Buford. I got my girl ready with me because I'm not going to be clicking around. Buford Dam, Bufordam, on the Chattahoochee. Wait, my cousin from Alabama. Oh, they went to my late cousin Tina and her brother Jason. Hey y'all, God rest Tina's soul, Katina. They went to a high school with the it was a sound that was in Coochie was in the name of their high school. It might have been a county. I don't know. Wakuchi. I think it was Wakuchi. I'm not looking it up. Chattahoochee. Chattahoochee? Chattahoochee. Chattahoochee River in 1956, and is also fed by the waters of the Chestee River, Chestee. I'm gonna get through this. I just need a little background information. The lake encompasses 38,000 acres, which is 150 kilometers or 59 square meters, of water. And my phone is ringing. Ooh, girl, I'm gonna call you right back. Give me a sec. This was I always said, what happens if someone calls? They're calling now. Hi, I'm gonna call you right back, girl. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. So I hope I have to play this back and see because if it all right. So the water, okay, and 692 meters. Sorry. Okay, let me just go because I can't. So that's what Lake Lanier is. It's a body of water in Georgia. Moving forward. So past history. Prior to the groundbreaking of the reservoir in 1950, I done jumped around. So Lake Lanier, got my paper. So this is the same lake that y'all know when Usher married Tamika Foster, and Tamika Foster's son drowned. I knew it. A lot of people knew it. If you didn't, listen up. So all right. So I'm looking at it's unbraided. I guess that's a site. Unbranded newsworthy. July 14th, 2023. So the headline is Usher's ex. Okay, I'm jumping. I'm really jumping. All right, I'm in it. Oh well. So Usher's ex-wife Tamika Foster, the mother of the child that so let's get into it. She wants to drain this lake, and she taking a stand. This she did this. Okay, the ex-wife of R&B singer Usher, Tamika Foster, wants to drain Georgia's largest lake where her son was killed. Foster's son was struck and killed by a personal watercraft as he floated in a tube on a lake. Kyle Glover was 11 years old when he died in July 2012, and Foster collected over 2,500 signatures on her online petition. The Change.org petition calls for the officials to quote unquote drain, clean, and restore Lake Lanier to remove debris and make it a safer environment. Draining, quote unquote, draining, cleaning, and restoring the lake is not only necessary, but an opportunity to honor the memory of those who have lost their lives and prevent future tragedies. So I'm gonna stop right there. They said that because this Lake Lanier, and I'm gonna jump back on Usher and Tamika Foster, but this lake right here. This lake right here, people go here and visit like a tourist just to look at it. This lake was created over a graveyard. So as we were talking at work today, one of my other unit mates said that happens sometimes. Sometimes there are developments or space or ground or maybe an old development or a cemetery, and they'll clear it, and then it will be a man-made body of water. So they will make it a lake. They'll make it. So this is apparent. I'm gonna get into this because I don't know. I'm about to learn it. So apparently, Lake Lanier, the bottom of Lake Lanier, the bottom of it is a cemetery. It got it's graves and stuff. So it's like a urban. I don't even want to say urban legend because we're gonna get into that, but it's kind of like, is that lake haunted or cursed? Because nearly 700 people have died on Georgia's Lake Lanier in its history, and it's chilling. So I gotta get in. I'm gonna jump back on Usher now. In the foothills of northern Georgia, just 40 miles northwest of Atlanta, lie the murky waters of Lake Lanier. The massive lake boasts 692 miles of shoreline and borders 5 counties, but below the surface lies a grim and deadly history. Here's a deep dive into the human-made wonders, quote-unquote, curse, and the chilling truth of what happened at the end of the deadliest lakes in America. So apparently people keep going. This came up because recently a man just got electrocuted recently. Maybe a couple days ago, maybe last week. It's recent. Some man jumped into Lake Lanier and got electrocuted. How? We don't know. Stay out of Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier's dangerous waters. Despite being a popular destination for boating, drinking, and long days in the Georgia sun, the air around Lake Lanier can still feel tense in a way that isn't so easy to place. Netflix dark thriller series Ozark often used the lake as a backdrop to stand in for the Midwest's famous lake for the Ozarks. The cloudy waters fit right in with the show's twisted, glooming tone. As beautiful as the lake can be, the reality is it is also very violent. I'm gonna jump around a lot. So, look, people, Lake Lanier drowning deaths. Oh, I just got that from where I get that from. That what I just said came from. I don't know. Somebody, Fernanda Leon and Maeve Brown, March 30th, 2023. And my pages don't say where because I just be clicking and moving. I be clicking and moving. And right when I'm about to get off. So I do my work and I be like, ooh, let me, so I'll print out like a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. Moving forward. Lake Lanier drowning dreams on the rise. Drowning deaths on the rise. As drownings as drowning deaths persist at Georgia's Lake Lanier, water safety has become increasingly paramount for its millions of visitors. I'm not focused. I'm okay. I'm thinking of my phone call, my girlfriend. I got to call her back. Organizations like the Hall County Sheriff's Office Underwater Search and the Research Unit, generally referred to as the dive team, aim to educate the public on preservation of the life during the high incident season. So deaths are on the rise at this lake. People, stop going there. It's cursed. Oh, they got into Usher over here. I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, I didn't know. So moving forward, Lake Lanier drowning victims' moms. Something has to change. So this is by Rob DiRenzo, DIRIENZO. It was published July 17th, 2023. Hall County, Fox 5, Atlanta. Basketball player's body found in Lake Lanier. A mother who lost her son when he drowned in Lake Lanier 2 years ago is urging people to be alert. Dorian Pinson, Pinson. Dorian Pinson's mother wants to see safety. It's cut off, so I'm gonna just bare bones. See safety regulations at the lake to make sure no one else falls victim. This comes after Usher's ex-wife called for the lake to be drained after her son also drowned about a decade ago. Moving forward, Hall County, Georgia. It goes into the reenactment. Okay. A little more than 2 years ago, Alicia Pinson's world shattered when her phone rang. Quote unquote, around 9:30 at night, I got a call, she said. Quote unquote, my son was missing, and they would begin searching again the next day, quote unquote. Okay. For the next 86 days, law enforcement and divers would search for 25-year-old Dorian Pinson, who went under while he was with some friends on a rental pontoon boat, Ponton, pontoon boat. After the call, Alicia and her husband essentially moved to Georgia from South Carolina until they finally recovered him. They moved. I know that's right. So for 86 days, they straight up and moved. Like, nope, I'm going. Tell your job, look, I don't know what to say, y'all. The past Friday marked 2 years since that day. So this young man, it just goes into it, Staples, quote unquote, praises to God. She recalled thinking, quote unquote, because that was my prayer, just allowed to have his body back, because Lake Lanier does not do that. Pinson says she knows about the fatal folklore surrounding the lake. The petition from Usher's ex-wife Tamika Foster. She with it. It cut off. She's with it out. Maybe she signed it. It cut off. Whatever. I guess she's in agreement with the petition from Usher's ex-wife to drain it after her son was killed there more than a decade ago. The petition has nearly 4,000 signatures. So it just goes on. She wants to see more regulations regarding rental boating on the lake. Quote unquote, something has to change down there, she said. I'm at the point where I'm ready to fight for the change at the lake. She wants tougher restrictions on speed limits, to more training for novice boaters. So okay, so it's I think the lake is cursed. I done did a video about haunted houses and scary stuff and going to haunted houses and being scared and stuff like that. There's no way. No way. I did another video about Halloween where a young man was murdered in my community by his stepbrother, and a field trip went across the street to this boy that we all went to school with, who killed his stepbrother. We sat at part of the trial, and on one Halloween, after all that was said and done, because where I'm from is very residential, we trick or treat house to house. Here in New York, kids don't, because of the dwellings and the brownstones, and they trick or treat store to store, cleaner to they might even go in the grocery store. Like stores really help the kids out, because as I said before, I live on a third floor in a private home. I'm not coming down there. Okay, so back to the I think it's cursed. Oh, Halloween with the young man that killed his stepbrother. We were out trick or treating probably the next year. When you get a little older, where I'm from, you kind of wear a mask and that's it. Or, it'd be a little something. It's not a full-blown costume, depending on who, how old you are or whatever. All I know, we was on our way house to house, and we came across the house. It was a little group of us. So, please, I don't know. I was talking about scary stuff or whatever. So this particular Halloween, after the murder, we were all out trick-or-treating, and our little group, a little handful of people, whatever, 2 hands full, whatever, it's hands fulls all over the place. We got a group here, group there, everybody out. We trying to get the candy, and we came across the house. All of us stopped in our tracks, like, that's the house, y'all, that's the house. And we didn't know what to do. We didn't know if we should cross keep walking across, And then I don't even know. Nobody said, well, let's go up there. Maybe somebody did. It's all a blur. I don't know. I was so scared, and it was one single light bulb. It was like a little light in there, and we was like, ugh. Because they found the little boy, who was about 6. They found him in the house, under the stairs. And it's like a storage space under the stairs. So we was just all standing there like, that's the house, y'all. And no, we didn't go. We kept walking. Okay, so back to this lake is cursed, in my opinion. I would not. Whoever getting in this, what? Some man just got in. That's how because we talk about current events or whatever. Some man just got in here the other day and got electrocuted. How you do that? How you jump in a lake and get electrocuted? All right, back to Usher and Tamika Foster. Bunch of signatures. The Georgia group. The Georgia Department of Natural Resources reported over 170 boating and drowning deaths on Lake Lanier between 1994 and 2018. Lake Lanier, which sits 1 hour north of Atlanta, covers 60 square miles and has waters up to 160 feet. I said that earlier. In certain areas, the lake provides drinking water for 5 million people, according to the Chattahoochee. Y'all know I tried to say that. The Chattahoochee River Keeping Conservation Group. Are they for real with this? They get their water from here? The lake provides drinking water for 5 million people. Now, listen, I'm with Tamika Foster, and don't make me go on here and sign this petition online. That's gross. Y'all made that. That's a man-made body of water, and you made it on top of graves, and that's the water that you drinking. I'm worried about spirits and souls and stuff, but what about all right. Meanwhile, the Buford Dam, said that earlier, located at the southern end of the lake, generates hydroelectric power for the city of Atlanta. So maybe that's how he got the lake. Okay, maybe that's how he got electrocuted. Okay. The lake generates hydroelectric power. That's okay. Hydroelectric water for the city of Atlanta. How do you do that? Foster and Usher got married in 2007, but divorced 2 years later. Woo! The New York Post. This was posted July 14th, 2023. It's updated. And I read the post every day. You know why it's updated? Because Tamika Foster put that petition in on the I think the 17th. We'll see in a minute. That's why it's picking up traction. Usher's ex Tamika Foster wants to drain Lake Lanier, Georgia's largest lake, where her son was killed in 2012. So this is an update. So yeah, it goes into the whole story. It says a jet ski. He was on a floaty, a tube, where her son was struck and killed by a jet ski 11 years ago. Fashion designer Tamika Foster has collected more than, the other article said 4,000. It says 3,000. Okay, online. All right. She just did this because I was looking at something else. She just did this. So that's why these outlets are picking. That's why they're updated. So I'm going on, and I'm going to sign this petition. It's gross. It's up to 700 deaths, and I think it's cursed. Only when the massive lake is completely drained can officials safely remove hazardous materials and quote unquote implement improved safety measures at the lake to ensure the well-being of all individuals engaging in personal watercraft and recreational activities, unquote. That's what Foster claimed. Yeah, but that's not going to get rid of them evil spirits, though. Now, I don't know if they be in water. I'm not sure, or whatever. But if you drain it, I'm sure that'll help. But what about the bodies on the bottom of the lake bed? Are y'all gonna like put some like, I don't know. Her 11-year-old son Kyle Glover was floating on an inner tube. I said that. Okay. He was declared brain dead, but kept on life support for 2 weeks before he died. Here's a picture of Usher, Tamika Foster, 1, 2, 3, 4 children. I recognize him because I followed that. He in the front. Hubbard was convicted. Oh, Hubbard? Somebody got convicted. I don't know. I just. Okay, Hubbard. Maybe that's the culprit. Hubbard was convicted of several charges, including homicide by vessel, and sentenced to serve 4 years in prison and 15 years of probation. Because I don't want to keep saying the same stuff. The grieving mother claimed that the construction of the 73-year-old man-made lake, which partially flooded the heavily black community of Oscarville, could be affecting the water's currents and poses a danger to those who use it for recreation. Partially flooded. So it floods the black community. Maybe that's what, maybe they like, maybe they like, it's flooding the black community, but they like, so, okay, that rested. So moving forward. Well, where are we? Because I'm about to wrap this up. 24:14. All right, so that's about it. I just thought that was interesting. I'm not gonna drag this on. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. 700. They up to 700 at this point. What y'all gonna do? Do you after you drain it? Do you like bless it? Do you bless the land before you put the water back in there? Are y'all gonna like? You can't really, scrape the bottom because that's kind of like desecrating or disrespecting like human remains. Maybe they got a long way ahead of them. Because people going to want to know, like, what? Like, what type of safety measure? You going to drain it and then do what? Do what to it? I don't know. I'm going to follow this one. I want to know. I'm signing this petition. It's gross. What are the mysteries of Lake Lanier? Many lifelong locals hold deep beliefs that the waters of Lake Lanier are cursed due to its grim history. Hello. Emil, Emil Flemon, Flemmmon, a former associate editor for Narcity, Narcity, shared an experience where a man in the town warned him about the lake one summer years ago, telling him to stay away from the water, quote unquote. He seemed old enough to be my grandfather, you know. He explained that the county surrounding the water once housed black residents who were violently run out of town by a group of white men. As a result, the ancestors or remaining spirits from the black people who were murdered lingered on. Okay, so one of my other unit mates mentioned a graveyard. So this is talking about some African Americans who were like, ran down and murdered. Violently run out of town by a group of bless me. As a result, the ancestors. Okay, so all right. So basically, maybe it was a killing field, or just a full on ambush, whatever. The event and local townsmen were referring to is the racial cleansing of the black community in the surrounding Forsyth County, which took place in 1912. So in 1912 went down. So how you gonna cleanse it, y'all? What we gonna do? Bless it? I mean, the petition, but then okay, so it's after the petition. I don't know, because I don't know how many signatures they need, but after you get the signatures, it's going to be a lot of legislation and a lot of red tape. And how is this going to happen? The event the local townsman was referring to, I said that. A white mob terrorized the community over 2 alleged crimes against white citizens, reports the Gainesville Times. They beat and hanged it is hanged. I know. We want to say hung. It's hanged. They beat and hanged a 24-year-old suspect named Rob Edwards and continued their violent rampage until nearly all the black residents were forced to relocate, leaving everything behind. It would be cruel to imply that the spirits of the affected community are responsible for the deaths at Lake Lanier. However, even on the sunniest days, the air in the part of Forsyth, Forsyth County, can feel as heavy as the past horrors that occurred there. Even on a sunny day, I guess. The pain of the generation past is palpable. I don't say that often. Y'all know what I'm saying. Elon, Elon, palpable. Elon, Osby, Osby, is a descendant of the Bagley family, Bagley, who owned 60 acres of land in Forsyth County before being forced to leave it behind in 1912. So Osby, the descendant, quote unquote, I think there should be reparations. There was a time when I didn't. I just wanted someone to say, we're sorry. But I think that people deserve more than that now. That's just not quite enough, she told CNN. So Elon, Elon, that's a woman, she told CNN. To this day, less than 5% of the Forsyth, I feel like I'm saying this wrong, Forsyth County residents are black. To this day, less than 5% of the Forsyth County residents are black, but descendants of the families driven out by the ethnic cleansing are working hard to ensure the past isn't buried at the bottom of the Lake Lanier, and that the truth of what happened in Oscarville remains above the surface. All right, listen. I'm okay. So that's the end of that. Can you swim in Lake Lanier? Despite the dark history that lies within Lake Lanier's water, there are 20 designated swim areas around this body of water. Ugh. All right. All right, I'm 30. 3016. That's good. I'm about to get out of here. I just wanted to discuss this because I didn't know. I knew all about the tragedy with Usher's ex-wife, Tamika Foster, because I follow current events, pop culture, celebrity gossip, mess. I'm here for it. My channel is not. Because it's too much work. I got a full-time job. But, yeah. But when my unit mate brought it up, I was like, wait a minute. I said, that's the same one? Because that man got electrocuted the other day. So, and then Usher and them, I'm like, right. So back to that guy getting electrocuted recently. The reservoir, so the main purpose of the lake's reservoir it was to provide that, what I said earlier, the hydroelectricity, navigation, and flood control of the Chattahoochee. I know it. It's Chattahoochee, y'all. That's Chattahoochee. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chattahoochee River, and the water supply for the city of Atlanta. So I think that's what they're trying to say. They want to drain it, and then because I'm like, well, what y'all gonna do? I think they want to put in maybe a better system to control flooding. Now y'all gotta look at that hydro electricity component, because that man just got electrocuted the other day. Navigation. The $1 billion, quote on in parentheses, equivalent to $9 billion in 2021. Project was authorized by Congress in 1946, and Beaufort Dam broke ground on March 1st, 1950. So that's the backstory of how this reservoir was created. A stretch of Georgia Highway 53 had to be abandoned that ran too close to the planned shoreline. Gainesville's Looper Speedway was also condemned and abandoned. It just keeps going. It keeps going. There was a drought at some point. Okay. The internet is out there. Look it up. It's a tragedy. So yeah, I had no idea. This lake is cursed. Ain't no way. All this they're up to 700 now. Stay out the lake, y'all. I don't know what's up with that. Something has to change. Okay, she said that. So that's it. So I just don't want to miss anything. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Still there. Still there. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So that's about it. I'm going to get out of here. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm about to get on this petition. Thank you. Bye.